we are here again. We're in this same dark alley of how cheap is too cheap. And today I'm going to show you. I have a couple headphones and they're all reasonably cheap, but some of them are good. Some of them are bad. And we're going to decipher what is good cheap audio and what is bad cheap audio, and then we're going to go through what to look for if you don't have the budget that some people do, but you still want to enjoy the things you're listening to. So that's what we're going to uncover today. Let me introduce my first contestant, who technically has already been on the channel, but you're going to re-see it. Cheap audio. This is what I think of when I think of cheap audio. Give me 1 second, I have to get it. These filthy things that have been neglected and not cared for in the slightest, because they sit on my wall, on the top, right at the top, on the top peg, because I don't use them. And they can sit there all the time, and they do. This is the filthiest, cheapest audio you can get. And it's made by Jvk, or JVC as some people call it. Now, JVC made a lot of stuff back in the day. They used to make TVs. We actually used to have a TV made by JVC, and it lasted longer than we wanted it to. We actually upgraded to a different Samsung TV, like a flat screen, when that was still a thing. Like, it was, oh yeah, let's get a flat screen. And the JVC just lasted an infinite amount of years, and I'm sure if we hadn't have dumped it at the skip, would probably still be working. That thing was near indestructible. These, on the other hand, feel like they're made out of chocolate box plastic, and you could literally snap them. Look at that, right? Barely stress tested. Watch this crack open up. I don't have any faith in these whatsoever, and that's why they don't get used. If someone says, oh god, look, that's really stressed out. Yeah, we bent that. Whoops. Let's bend it back. There you go. Kind of. That's a bit wonky, but who actually cares? Nobody uses these anyway. These are what I think of. You have a button. I don't know what the button does, but it is a button. Then there is a lead that you can connect things to, so I don't know why there is a button. There is also a microphone, so you can have calls with these. If you would want to torture the person you are talking to, whether they be Russian intelligence and you want to get information from them, so you only talk to them through something like this to drive them mad, you can do that. Now the fun thing about these, although they are ridiculously cheap, coming in at about 11 quid, I think is what I paid for these, they work. So, cheap audio, yes. Do they sound horrible? They don't sound good, but they work, they're functional, which is what you want from a pair of headphones. Would I pick these over anything? Absolutely not. I would rather not listen to music than listen to it from these. Sure, if I was on a desert island, I would probably go, yeah, alright, give us the Jvkas, and I'll listen to music through them. But if I had to pick, it wouldn't be these. If I had to pick anything for cheap audio, I know what I would pick, and they're going to be not the headphones next, but the headphones after. I'm going to show you a brand new pair of headphones for less than what these cost me. These cost me, I think it was $11.99 or $12.99. It's around that price. And the next pair of headphones I'm going to show you cost me $5.99. $5.99. AliExpress does some weird stuff. Are you ready for these? I don't think you are. Ta-da! You manage, right, this is the best part about this. So I don't know if you've ever heard of a small brand that is famous for ripping companies off. Just, I'm not going to say their name because I don't want a lawsuit, but they make some products that look like everyone else's products, but they're not theirs, and then they put their brand on it. It begins with B and ends in Eringer. These look like those. They've made a rip-off of the rip-off. And that's why these are £5. Now it does show you some exciting stuff that you can have with these headphones, like a headphone jack that is very, very useful when you want to listen to music through something that isn't Bluetooth. They also have single-sided cable. A single-sided cable. Why is that a feature? Why is that a feature? Do you know what? I said this the other day, but you get really, really stupidly cheap headphones that have cables coming from each side of the cups that meet in the middle, right? To make them look expensive. Then you get reasonably good headphones that aren't expensive, or that are expensive and do the same thing, so people don't think any different. I'm going to show you a pair of headphones that these kind of remind me of, because they are very similar, but these are made by a very reputable brand, and also the people that Behringer ripped off. Give me 1 second. Do you recognise these? See, I'm not being funny, but is that not pretty similar? They are the same shape, they have a very, very similar design. These are quite dusty as well, not because I don't like them, just because I don't use them. I have so many headphones that I have to test and review, that these have been sitting on the back burner for a bit, and I do use them when I have chance to, because why wouldn't you? These are fantastic. These are expensive compared to those. Those were $5.99. If they produced any audio at all, I would call it a win. And they do. They do produce audio. These sound fantastic. My mate Callum actually has a pair of these in recommendation to what I said. He said, I need a new pair of headphones, and I said, get some HD 559s. They're cheap as chips, they'll last you years, and they sound good. And he goes, alright, but I want something that's going to give me soundstage and good high-end for playing video games. So I said, yeah mate, it's an open back. You got all the high-end in the world you need, because Sennheiser, not Bayer, Sennheiser. Bayer is just over the top high-end that nobody needs. But these are detailed to the point where you can hear stuff, but not to the point where you lose hearing after 20. So, these are good. Let's get on to the rip-offs of the... Let's get on to the rip-offs of the rip-offs. Volume control, cable 6 meters, that's terrible. So we have a nice thing on the side that says Hammer, which is something that I imagine Clarkson calls Hammond when he's angry. They are headphones, for lack of a better word. They make sound, they do stuff. 32 ohms, okay. From 20 hertz to 20k, that's average. Like, that's what you would expect from your Dirty Buds. They have a in-wire volume control, so that's, I guess, useful if you don't know how to operate a phone to turn them down, or whatever you plug them into. Yeah, they're just headphones for TV. They're not just headphones, they're headphones for TV. Remember that. They will not work if you plug them into anything else. They are only headphones for TV. So today... Oh no, I ripped the box. How rude of me. Oh no. Oh, what will I do with my life? Oh, terrible, terrible mistake. It's just exploded like a cannon of confetti. Alright, let's have a look at... Oh, that's quality stuff. It looks like E.T.'s nutsack. That's fantastic. Right. Get off my desk. Right. So, we have a bag. In that bag, we have adapter and a hammer thing. So, I'm sure that tells you everything that the box told you, because it has nothing else to say about it. So that's cool. We'll put this aside. Don't need that. Don't need you. I actually have a better quality adapter, so we'll use one of these. Headphones. Oh, they feel like... That looks like an arsehole. This feels like the type of stuff you get when you buy a product. You know the polystyrene they use when they pack products? This is exactly it. Oh, look, the ear cups aren't even on properly. Oh, it just screams quality, doesn't it? I suppose for £5, if it makes sound, it's a win. Which it does. It's not, Bloody hell. That'd fit my stomach. These aren't quality, and they're very, very, very light and plasticky. But it doesn't mean that it's a bad choice. If you need headphones at a pinch, like you're on a car trip and you want to drown out your annoying auntie, or whatever, or whoever annoys you, whether it be your mum, your dad, whatever, these will get the job done. I mean, volume control, go all the way up, go all the way down, doesn't matter. Do what you need to do. What does that say on this side? Volume control. No space. That's fantastic. So you've got loads of warnings on the inside saying that you might get cancer from having these on your head too long or something, which I'm sure is probably true. It's got the left and right indicator on it and a really quality plastic band that definitely won't snap after 3 uses. So yeah, these are your cheapest headphones of the day, $5.99. Should we compare them to the best? Or in my opinion, if you want cheap audio, what you should be buying? Let's have a look at those. So for audio, you want the best you can get, right? Because audio is very important. I always try and explain it to people as VR for your ears. I might have stole that from DankPods. Now, he's right. It is VR for your ears. It's virtual reality for your ears. If you think of sound, you think of sound at a scale. Now, ordinary sound that you listen to from Spotify and stuff like that is about 320p video format. Now, the audio that you listen to in FLAC is about 8K to 4K. It can vary. So the difference that makes in all the intricate details in audio is astronomical. So if you're going to go cheap and buy a cheap pair of headphones because you bought a subscription to Tidal and they're draining your bank account as you speak, cough cough, then this is what I think you should do. These are slightly more pricey than $5.99, but you get what you pay for, and that is in spades with this. In fact, you get more than what you pay for. Acklages. I haven't actually done a review on these yet. These will get a separate review because they deserve it. So I'm going to give a touch on these and tell you what I think and why they're good. Now, AKG K52s. These were, I think, £27, right? You know, if you buy a kebab for you and your 2 mates, you've spent that. So this is bugger all money, and these are fantastic headphones. AKG K52s, they've got a really good frequency response compared to whatever the other ones were, right? The other ones, they were 32 ohms as well, yeah? Max input, 200 milliwatts, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Weight, 200 grams or 7 ounces, that's nothing. It has all the same stuff that the other ones come with, except these will actually fit your head and won't break in the first use. And they have this cool patented AKG band that compresses and moves like this. It moves up with your head, so it's on strings here and they move. It also has 18 to 20k, you know, frequency response. The other ones did 20 to 20k, and honestly, I don't think that's true. From what I heard, they did about 45 to, I can't hear up to 20k, but I imagine it gets there because it's not very hard to produce high frequencies, so if they say that, I'm sure it does. Closed back. They're the same as the other ones. They were also closed back. But the knockoffs of the knockoffs, these ones that I just reviewed, or just spoke about, the ones that they were ripping off are open back, because they are the 559s. And then you did the Beyerdynamic had a pair of headphones that were similar, but they're not like these. And they are also open back. But for some reason, Behringer decided they wanted to do a closed back, so the knockoffs of the Behringers are also closed back. The AKGs are good headphones, though. I would definitely, if you need headphones in a pinch, this is what you get. Now, it's very, very simplistic. These things are comparable to the other headphones, except with this, you have a nice long cable. It does come with an adapter, but I took it out the box when I was listening to them earlier. These are fantastic looking, I think. They're very simplistic. I think they've got a very nice metal band design. Like for 27 quid, this is sprung steel Like, that's not going to break at all. And if you need to bend it to get more flexibility out of it, you can do that. Here's this headband I was talking about, so you can see it moves on a string. So when you pull this, it contorts to the shape of your head. This is completely flexible, like it moves like you would expect it to. So it's really, really nice. When you put these on your head, it's like getting a hug from God. They're just fantastic headphones. If you need something that's cheap, this is what I would recommend, honestly. Because they don't cost very much. They get the job done. They have a decent frequency response. They don't smell like death, because these smell like cheap plastic, because it's what they are. So between these two headphones, I think I know what I would pick. There are other options, of course. There are always other options. This video was just to open your mind up to what is out there. Now, if you are sold on spending £5.99 on a pair of headphones, then by all means be my guest. I will ship you these because I don't want them. But if you want something a little bit more, and you actually want to enjoy audio on the cheap, this is how you do it. Because they have just a tighter bass response, just a nicer high end, just the right amount of vocals, and they are just balanced. Because that's what they are supposed to be. I don't think AKG has made a bad product since about 2019. And we'll not touch on that. AKG doc. Yeah, I think anyway. Your fake Behringers, called Hammers. AKG K52s. It's your choice. But if you're going to do audio on the cheap, I think you should go on the cheap and do it properly, you know, and get the AKGs instead of go, yeah, but, you know, I've just had to sell my mum's car for peanuts and get these. So, get the AKGs. Don't even look at these. If these pop up on your AliExpress, delete the app. That's all I'm saying. If these pop up, buy everything you see. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. These two awesome pairs of headphones just went head to head, and it turns out they both do the job, but one of them's better than the other. Go figure. So if you guys like videos like this and you want to see me do more comparisons of cheap headphones, then I can totally do that. Just leave it in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff helps my channel grow, and we're really trying to do that at the minute because I want to make a career out of this. And I'll see you next time.